Yo, what's up guys, Max here, helping you level up your game, and in today's video we'll be talking about how you can edit fast on console Fortnite. The editing mechanic is a pretty big deal nowadays, and there's no doubt that you need to learn how to edit faster if you want to be a top player. And that's why I'm going to be going over 4 crucial things that will help you get better at editing and make you improve as a player in this video. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So the first thing we're going to be talking about today is arguably the most important when it comes to editing, and it is the binds you use. If you don't play Claw, this is even more important for you because there's less of a choice when it comes to the bind you're gonna have. The buttons I would avoid using for your edit bind if you don't play Claw are square, circle, X or triangle. And you may think, well, what can I use? And there are many answers to that question. You might want to use one of the triggers such as L1 or R1 to edit, but with that you'll have to compensate your floors or cones to be set as another button such as X or one of the D-pad buttons, which should seem pretty annoying to most of you, and this is the option I wouldn't really recommend. Some buttons I would actually suggest you guys use are the L3, the R3 or the touchpad. And yeah, there aren't many things you can really use for your edit bind on controller compared to keyboard, but I guess that's just the way of the road. Controller players will always naturally be behind the keyboard and mouse players, and that's just facts. If you don't have an edit bind you know you're comfortable with, make sure you switch it to something else, because it's better to do that sooner than later, as it will take a little while to get used to a bind. Now that we've gone through that, let's talk about the second thing that's absolutely necessary for you to be able to pull off quick edits, and that is going to be sensitivity. If you play on a low editing sense, it will take a few more milliseconds for you to pull off edits than those who play on a higher sense, and most of you may think that those few milliseconds don't matter, but in fact they do. And if you want to have every possible advantage you can in game, you need your editing sense to be pretty high. I can't tell you exactly what you should change your editing sensitivity to, as everybody has different X and Y sensitivities in game, but try to find a sensitivity that lets you edit relatively quickly and also a sense that you can control and edit consistently with. The third thing we're going to be getting into today is edit courses and just general creative practice. The good thing about your updated settings is the fact that you won't have to increase your X and Y sensitivity, so your aim won't be affected in any way, shape or form, and you will still be able to hit your shots. That means that you don't have to spend a lot of time practicing aim courses, which is good because I think a lot of you find it quite boring. The thing that you will now have to practice a little more in creative though is editing courses, and I suggest using Mongrel's edit course, and the code for that will be up right now. Finally, let's discuss the fourth and last thing you want to focus on to start editing quicker. So of course you are going to need some practice, and the best practice I would recommend you guys take part in is playing pubs and playing arena games and scrims, because you're going to have to use those edits in game, not just creative, so you need to apply the skills you've learned and use them in actual in-game situations, and hopefully that helps you guys. Now let me show you a few in-game examples where I could use editing to my advantage, and hopefully you guys are able to learn something from this. So yeah, enjoy these few little clips.
Oh, you're nasty. You're nasty, Max.
No, that's cool.
Okay, one's going on back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Barrett!
Yes.
Bro, you know. So yeah, a bit of a shorter video than usual today guys, but that was because I was tired at the time of recording this. And yeah, hopefully you guys actually learned something from this, and make sure to let me know down in the comments if you did. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on to never miss another upload ever again. Many similar tutorials coming up in the future. And yeah, on that note, I am out guys. Peace.